Alright guys, in this video I want to share with you how to turn your dreams into reality in 2019. Now I want to share with you this simple exercise I did. I'll kind of share all the details of it, but there's nothing magical about it. This isn't a spiritual thing. This is honestly just practical, like I would think, activity I did. I mean, I happened to do it during the winter solstice, and I happened to do it on a full moon, but I don't think any of that was important. I did it when I thought about doing it, but honestly, in the last week, it's helped me out a lot. And I'll kind of share with you what I did and kind of the symbolicism behind it. But like I said, it's all symbolic. There's nothing spiritual about it. I don't believe in the law of attraction. I believe in the law of action. Like, I think as soon as you have a goal in mind or desires in mind, I do believe the universe does help you achieve your goals in your dreams, and whatever word you want to use. If you want to use Lord, if you want to use God, if you want to use Allah, if you want to use Santa, I mean, whatever you want to do, whatever is easiest for you to fully understand what happens in the world. If you know about like quantum physics, I read a book on that, on how quantum physics affects our reality. So there's so many things that you could use to break down what happened, but I just want to share with you what happened. If it works for you, great. I'd like to know about it. If it doesn't, then I really don't know what to tell you. But anyways, so what I like to do for a lot of stuff is I come up with acronyms for everything. So for dreams, I came up with an acronym, and I'll kind of go through what each letter stands for as we go through this exercise. So first, I want you to take a sheet of paper, like I did here, and break it up into 3 equal sections. So I don't know if you can see good here, but I just broke it up into 3 sections. In the first, on the right-hand side, you're going to start with desires. So you won't be able to read my handwriting because it's really sloppy and it's fine, but I just wrote desires. On this list, you're just going to write down everything you want. However this feels comfortable for you. If you want to write full sentences, if you just want to shorthand it, if you want to put a timer on it for how long you want to do it, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever works for you. Honestly, what I did is I prayed about it, went to bed, and then the next day I wrote it. So whatever worked for you, just do that. So for right now, I want you to pause this video and do that. If that means you got to finish watching this video tomorrow, that's fine. I completely understand. So go ahead and do that right now. I'll wait. So, okay? All right, great. So I hope you did that. So in the middle section here, you got the far right-hand side. You wrote down what you want. You wrote down your desires, whatever it may be. And like I said, I want you to, we'll start with the middle section here. So in the middle section, that is next is your reality. So what your reality is what you're currently experiencing. So what I want you to write is what you're grateful for, what you're thankful for, whether it's your family, your career, your health, anything that you're thankful for. So in mine, for instance, I wrote, I am grateful for, and like I said, it doesn't have to be a full sentence. You can write whatever you want. Other things I'm thankful for, I wrote, I'm thankful for this, or I enjoy this, whatever you're grateful for, just put it right there in the middle sentence. So I'll wait, I'll let you do that. So go ahead and write down everything that your reality, everything that you're grateful for, everything you're thankful for. Just put it right here in this middle section. All right, great. And I'll wait while you do yours. So, all right, great. So next, what we're gonna do on the far left-hand side, we're gonna write all the things we don't like. Now this is the part a lot of people skip. I watch tons of YouTube videos. I watch tons of self-help stuff, personal growth, books, videos, you name it. And this is, for some reason, a lot of people skip this. It's almost like they don't want to acknowledge that there's things in our lives that we don't like. But I want you to do that. So there's a lot of wind going on right now. So I want you to, so write down all the stuff that you hate, whether it's, and honestly, some of the stuff I wrote was, I will not be this broke again, or I will not, whatever, I will not do this, I will not do that. So whatever works for you, write that down here. So write down everything you did here, okay? On the far left-hand side, the things that you hate, the things that you don't like. whatever rock bottom means to you, I want you to write. And honestly, when I did this exercise, I was at rock bottom. I was tired. I was tired of what was going on in my life. And this was 1 week ago. Like 1 week ago, I was just like, I gotta know how much more I can take this. So honestly, I did this exercise out of complete desperation. And I'll share with you kind of what happened afterwards. So what I did is after I did that, I ripped it. And for me, I just ripped it like that. And what I did is whatever you want to do, if you want to ball it up, if you want to rip it up, whatever works for you. But what I did is I just made it like, I folded it up like this and I burned it. And honestly, what it was, I watched the movie about Noah with Russell Crowe. And one of the things he mentions is fire destroys. So I wanted to destroy this old person I was. This is not me anymore. So I wanted to get rid of it. So I burned it and then I threw it in my sink. And then what I did with the ashes is I rinsed it away. So in that movie, he talks about how, and honestly, I watched that movie the night before, so that's probably where a lot of this activities came from. But then he washed it away. So it's kind of like when you're a Christian, you're reborn with water. Water cleanses. So that's what that was this complete symbolicism. There was no magical powers in it. I didn't get an enlightenment or anything like that. But I do want to share with you what happened after that. So, well, first, let's just go on to the next step. So we burned that old person. That person is no longer us. So all we have left is the things we're grateful for and the things that we desire. I may be doing this backwards, but you get my point. So what I did is the next step after we did our reality is we want to evaluate. How do we make the person I am now into the person I want to be? And we want to take actionable steps today, to do something today you can do, whatever it may be. Let me look at some of mine I did. I put where I wanted to live on my desires. I put the car I wanted to own. I put some of the stuff, work-related stuff, my professional stuff. So what I did is I just started, doing things as if my desires already existed. One of them was one of the things I've always wanted to do was open up a restaurant. And I have a friend of mine. He's an awesome chef. And I just messaged him and I was just like, hey, actually, let me take one step before that. Is I was like, I just was trying to connect who I needed to be in order to be this person. And it's crazy, this deal that I've been waiting for almost a year, I finally received a message that I was going through. This was going to be a good ton of money I've been waiting for a while. It was just a complete blessing. I mean, and what's funny is I still haven't even received the money. Like, I'll probably get it in the next week or two, but gratitude is the biggest thing to connecting who you are now to who you want to be. So just keep that in mind. So that's what I did. Once I did it mentally, it started physically coming to me. So like I said, I received notification that the deal I've been waiting for was finally coming to me. The money I've been waiting for was finally going to come to me. And I was just like, oh my God, that was awesome. And so I was like, okay, let's keep this ball rolling. So I messaged my friend. I was like, hey, by the way, and I messaged him a month earlier. And I was like, hey, would you want to, basically I was like, would you want to help me start a restaurant? No response. He claimed he never saw it. I don't know, honestly, I don't really care. But when I messaged him now, he actually was like, yeah, he's like, I actually just told my boss that I was quitting my job and I was looking for somewhere to go. And I was like, that's crazy. And I told him, hey, I wanted to open up a restaurant in Tulum. And he messaged me back. He's like, oh my gosh, we're going there the 31st to look for a job. And I was like, wow, this is so crazy. So guys, honestly, the universe, the world, God, whatever you say, works in mysterious ways. So like I said, I mean, a lot of great things happen when you trust in the universe, God, whatever word you want to use. So like I said, I evaluated what I need to do, and what I forgot to mention is I acted. So the A in dreams is act. You have to do something. You can't just sit around and wait and pray about it. You have to actually do something to change your reality. So that's what I did. That was the A. I forgot to mention that. But So then, just to kind of take a couple steps forward, is I started looking online, see what businesses are available, and I actually found a business available that's for sale at almost the exact dollar amount that I received. So it's crazy. So I haven't looked at the property yet. I don't know all the details. I'm gonna do that in the next week or so. I may actually have to fly to Houston to get my money and to get everything squared away before then, but it's just so crazy how the world works when you take action, when you set goals, you set your desires. And the thing is about this, guys, is it's really just putting your goals, your desires, your everything, your reality, your gratefulness, all in complete alignment. So, like, for instance, if part of the evaluate portion I forgot to mention is you need to take out stuff that doesn't make sense. Like I've done practices similar to this, so I kind of had a little experience. So there was only one that didn't fully align with my goals. So like if your goal is to have six-pack abs and to eat tacos on the beach and do nothing, those goals really don't align. You probably need to eliminate one of those goals, maybe two. So you can eat tacos on the beach, that's fine. You can keep those. You just probably won't have six-pack abs. Or if you want to do nothing and be a billionaire prince. Well, unless you're born a billionaire prince, you're probably not going to happen. But you could say, hey, I'm willing to put in the work. I'm willing to do this. And that's what I did with my desires and my goals and my things I was grateful for. I was like, what do I need to do in order to become the person that has these goals? So, so keep that in mind. So the next part, the M, will be in maintaining. So even though these things are coming to me, like I'm still gonna have to fulfill them. So for instance, like when I receive the money, I'm still gonna have to go look at the property. I'm still gonna have to put in work to build a business. I mean, there's so many things that I have to do in order to make this happen, but that's part of maintaining. And then the S in dreams, I just put success. So in order for success to happen, it's not a one-time deal. So for instance, like let's talk about abs. So if your goal is to have abs, let's say you worked hard, you dieted, you just did everything you could to get abs, and you finally get them. It doesn't mean you get to rest and you get to keep your abs, right? Or let's say your goal was to have a spouse that was amazing, that you wanted to this person you really liked, and you really wanted to be their husband or wife. And now you have to maintain that marriage. You have to be that spouse that they deserve. So, or if you want to be a CEO, if you want to be a business owner or whatever, now you actually got to go to work, so there's a lot of things that come into action. Like this isn't just a sit back and wait for the world to give you gifts. Like you actually have to take action, and don't be scared of mistakes. I listen to Grant Cardone. I follow him on social media, and he put out a really good meme this week, or whatever you want to call it. He said, I made a lot of mistakes in my life. None of them have stopped me from getting to where I'm at now. So that was really deep, because so many times we're scared to make mistakes. I mean, even right now, I'm like, do I fly to go look at that property before I get the money? And I had all these things, and I had to go run. I had to get everything out of my mind. I had to put myself in a situation where I wasn't thinking primarily on this, and I evaluated all my options. And I finally decided I'm just going to wait. I'm going to trust the universe that the business will still be there in 2 to 3 weeks from now. But even if I decided to go right now, drop what I'm doing and go, it would not be a mistake. In my particular case, I have a couple things in Houston I need to wrap up before I go to take care of this business in Playa del Carmen. And when it opens, I hope you guys come visit it, by the way. But there's just sometimes you do need to be smart and diligent about your business. But there are times where you need to just take action today. Like I said, most of these things happened after I took action that day. Like I wasn't like waiting and praying about it. Like I literally was like emailing people, I was calling people, I was messaging people. Even though things weren't happening today, I acted as if they were. So I hope these helped. I hope these tips helped you. Leave in the comments whatever you thought was the best. If you received any insight out of this, if you have any advice, if you have any great stories, also leave those in the comments. All right, thanks for your time.